Hey, take two. Wait till I send the link to my pal Lomar right here. There you go. So, how are you? Again, sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, I just yeah, it's just a bummer. I hate. It's just a great layout, and I love that. But the games are still on here. If you want to play the games, they're still on. So everything is still right there. So Lomar is gonna come in this in this stream, so we can do something. I just love the layout of Streamlabs, and yeah, I know Beth, and I know that I've hit 1,000 subscribers, so I think that I can use YouTube's OBS. I will probably try it, but if not, probably I'll stick with good old StreamYard. Well, I don't know. So, hey, Angelo, how are you? How are you, pal? Just waiting for Lomar to come and tell us about his experience in room 473 in the Algonquin Hotel. So I've sent them the link. Here he is. He's going to set up a little bit. And
I'm back.
There he.
Can you hear me right?
Oh, yeah. Now I hear you, brother.
Oh, my God. That was a little bit of a cluster.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Angelo, I'm doing awesome, brother. Angelo was in the stream.
Oh, yeah. What up, Angelo?
Hey. So I was the harsh reality of Canada, Angelo. He goes from like freaking like 20 degrees to like minus freaking 1,000 with a freaking storm. Always giving a little kissy to Lomar.
Love you, brother.
Hey. So, the Algonquin Hotel.
Yeah, I saw you looking at that stuff, man. It's been a year since.
It's been a long time. It was December 2021. That was a long time. So it's going to be your second time in that room when you're going to arrive on Saturday.
Yeah, that room was weird, man. Like, you'll feel it if you're investigating the night before or whatever, or whenever. But yeah, that place is crazy, energetic.
Oh, that's for sure, because I'm gonna investigate that place. I'm gonna litter the place with all the devices possible.
That's the way to do it, man.
Bro. But when you went there, you had some awesome freaking manifestations, and well, I was pretty crazy.
Yeah, the best part was even before we started. So on the vlog, our vlog channel, we got a call from the desk downstairs. And when I picked up, it was nothing but static. And they actually didn't call. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try to find it because I remember. Wait,
Hello.
sorry, wrong video.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to show the part when you had that phone call.
Happened. I'm not even playing. I was literally talking right there,
Oh,
and the phone rang, and that whole. I don't know. This is gonna be a really cool night. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna see if we can go
oh,
and investigate the other side of the building, which may not.
I think it's past. Oh, right there.
We got a phone call.
Can you hear it good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We didn't even use the phone. It started ringing, and when I picked it up, it was like this static. Like, it was like weird, like alarm and like static sound. This guy picks up and he's like, "Hey, front desk, whatever," and I'm like, "I didn't call the front desk. Like, I didn't." He's like, "Oh, I didn't call." And so
that's like
I don't know.
That's also another thing is I was reading online and a lot of people have claimed that their phones will ring and no one's.
Oh, it gives me shivers, man. So I'll actually explain that. So I was discussing the equipment I was going to use that night on the bed, and the phone just rings, and then static comes, and the front desk picks up, and I was like, "Did you call?" And they're like, "No, did you call?" And I'm like, "No." So then we're both like really awkwardly on the phone with each other. We're like, "Okay." Yep, that's a common thing, man.
That's kind of weird. And
Yeah.
did that employee, when you were in the basement with him, he told you that sometimes people from the other rooms were calling in saying they were hearing somebody crying in that particular room.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's freaking crazy.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff, man.
There's a moment when you're alone in that room, and I've checked it because at first I thought that you bumped the table when your camera goes down, but you cannot have bumped into that table because when you go back, you actually bump into the other drawer that was beside where your camera is. But in between those two pieces of furniture, you have like a 6-foot gap.
Yeah.
So it cannot be you. I'm going to show it.
I'm about to spend a little bit of time in here, but I am going to leave a little bit of a light on just because it could be a little bit dangerous if I go all ISO. Chels is actually in the hallway right now. I think she's taking some photos out there. But for right now, I'm in here. This is what's going down. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to set up a motion detector over there again. And I'm going to play with the temperature gauge. All right, so now I'm completely lights out. All right, so if you notice, the motion detector is facing the couch. So if it goes off, that means somebody or something ran right in between it. So I could walk all right here and I wouldn't set it off. Somebody in here with me? Can you walk in front of the couch?
Is it a bit further? Oh, I think it's right there.
Oh! Yeah, I remember that specifically, man.
Right there. Look at the gap in between those two. Look at the gap. So even if he bumped into, that's probably the small fridge, it cannot be Lomar bumping into the fridge that makes the camera freaking drop. Look at the gap in between.
Yeah, I remember that specifically. I was far away from anything like that. Oh, it's giving me shivers, man. Like,
yeah, Cat Mary. I said hi. I said hi at the beginning. Yeah, hello again, Cat Mary, and welcome. And thank you for being such a good cheerleader when Colin Brown channel went down. I did a little short, and well, I was feeling for the guy, and I posted the petition that was going around, and she went and she spreaded the good news, and Colin is back, and I'm happy that the kid is back because he's a great creator. No matter what he does, he's a great creator.
oh, absolutely.
We have to give him this. So let's watch it again.
What the just happened? Come here right now.
And
okay,
have you noticed that the motion sensor lights up before Chelsea comes in the room? Check again.
What the just happened?
Where are you?
Come here right now.
Have you seen? She's not even in front of it yet.
Okay, wow.
And she gets up, and that motion sensor lights up. Have you noticed? Even
okay, my camera just fell off the table.
I think that Chelsea noticed it.
Are you serious?
I'm not even joking right now.
Oh my god. They're like the whole like tripod.
So you got to kind of think, man, since you watched that video, we did Estes, and whatever was there, the bride, I think it was, made Charles cry in that chair, right? So there's a reason why that camera flipped over. Whoever was doing that to Charles probably did that. Now, I'm not trying to say that that's like proof or anything, but that's like, how can you explain that? Like, you know, it's in the same spot.
It's the exact same spot. And I think that she felt something on her right shoulder, right on the same side of that table. So, man, I'm gonna put. I have my GoPro. I have a new action cam that I'm gonna litter that place for cameras.
Absolutely, man. I think they'll actually come out with something like that. Room is there's a lot of hotels that talk about their ghosts, but this place, like, it's weird, truly.
You have that big fire that happened in 1914 that I don't know, it could have brought so much stuff, and that bride that we don't know what happened. She probably sadly put end to her life because, like you said, she was so much grieving with emotions that, like, she was heartbroken. But
yeah,
so yeah, let's continue watching.
I didn't even make it like 5 minutes in.
Hey, like, look at your camera.
Did it break the light?
No, it still works.
Oh my god.
Kind of like just pushed it.
I was legitimately standing right here. I want to keep doing this. We're getting evidence right now. Oh my god.
My stubborn ass.
Oh!
And even though, like, when you see it, you when you turn around, you see it's the fridge that it's closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the desk itself, it's the fridge. And you see it right there. Nothing else is moving, it's just a camera. Wow.
Oh!
That went flying.
Oh,
And it didn't just fall. Like it like was touched.
It went flying.
oh, oh,
You see it flip.
oh, oh, oh. All right. So,
Wow.
was that you who knocked my camera out?
When you got that that temperature laser pointer, I was like, what the fuck is that?
It's a temperature gauge I got off of Amazon. So I was like pointing it at random corners and stuff. Nothing really too much happened with that. It's hard to really tell, right?
But you had some temperature fluctuations at some places.
Yeah.
And that was a year or so ago.
Yeah.
So
And at the time, I didn't know you had to take a base reading, right? To
And
like
you-
see.
and you didn't know much about paranormal investigating and about paranormal research and everything. And now with the knowledge that you have, the knowledge and the technology and the equipment that
Oh yeah.
we have now,
And I'm still learning, man. Like at that time when I did this video, we were kind of just going into random spots, just like whatever happens, happens, you know. So now it'd be cool to kind of return back at some point or another and actually redo this room, to be honest.
but beside this room, I'm going to show our viewers what we will be investigating also. We'll be investigating. Oh, gonna have to change it. Sorry. We'll be investigating this place.
See, that's gonna be history in the making, man. They haven't let anyone in this place since Creepy Canada. I'm talking like 2003 was the last time someone did this spot.
That it was, I wasn't sure, and so we will be the first YouTubers,
Yeah,
since a television show went in there in the early 2000s. And even though the building, it says that the courthouse was still used until 2016.
yeah, yeah. But the history behind it is very fascinating. And my girl Felicity will tell you all about it. But I don't know if I can say it on here, but they pretty much executed the last person in Canada to do like the pub whatever by hanging. And they left him in the courthouse for 14 hours, just laying there dead. And he's the number one person that people experience.
So
It's crazy.
that's going to be crazy, because built in 1840, it's old as it can be.
Yeah.
So it's a magnificent building, and right beside that building, well, you will be doing the jail, and that is another great spot. And we change the slide. There it is. There is the old Charlotte County Jail. It's back
That makes me so happy, man.
1832. Look at this building.
2004.
Look at this building. It's gonna be one heck of an investigation, and it's right beside the courthouse. The courthouse is right
To the left of it.
to the
It's
left of
just
it.
perfectly cropped out. It's right beside. It's almost touchy.
Yeah, the path that you see right there, it's the path right in between the jail and the courthouse.
Yeah. This spot, man, was one of our best investigations where we actually caught Chelsea's hair being physically moved, and we had like the REM pod being moved. REM pods went off, our light got shut off. We heard footsteps. This was one of the best investigations. So I'm really looking forward to go back. This is gonna be dope.
So for Lomar, it's gonna be his second time in that jail and the hotel room. For me, I'm gonna be popping my cherry. But the courthouse, man, it's gonna be our first time to each other.
Yeah.
And I think it's
Absolutely.
gonna be an epic freaking weekend. And that's I wanted to show the viewers, because I think you guys, we have so much spots in Canada that are underrated like crazy.
Mhm.
And oh, just right spotted ghost had a great commentary. And I think Neil's his name. Neil knows some stuff because he's been around. He's the actual creator of Spirit Talker.
Cool.
So, and I will have him in 2 weeks, not next week, but the other week. Right, Neil? Right.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, and this weekend we will be testing the new apps that Neil provided me with, a Spirit Typer and the Spirit. I want to call it by its real name. It's Spirit Typer and Spirit Music Box.
Oh, okay.
So the Spirit Typer, it's kind of like, the Envoy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that an Envoy.
Oh, cool.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll have this one, and we will have Spirit Music Box, and it's actually, well, it's a music box, but it works with
Cool.
vibration, movement. It's not like the sensor that somebody has to go in front of it so it triggers.
Yeah.
So we will be testing those apps, and well, if they're accurate as Spirit Talker can be, and both of us, we had freaking accurate freaking response on Spirit Talker and even DEADCOM in a combination together. But just the tunnel that we did on Remembrance Day, just having 1922 coming in and having 1922 written on the wall right there.
It'd be cool to ask him how it officially works. Like how, you know what I mean? Because it is the most accurate thing I've ever come across. That's why we use it, to be honest. It's accurate.
Exactly. And I will not stop using DEADCOM. I will keep using DEADCOM, but we'll go back to Spirit Talker because, well, I had so much freaking crazy responses with Spirit Talker and also with DEADCOM, but I want to like balance it. But Spirit Talker is, in my opinion, the best talking app out there.
Yeah.
if you don't want to pay $500 for a Ovilus 5 or an old Ovilus 3, or that app is the most accurate one it is out there.
Yeah. And it's hard to trust apps. I've tried so many. And at first I'm like, well, this is cool, it's working. And then later on figure out that it's kind of like, not what I thought it was. But Spirit Talker, man.
And for me to be really accurate, it has to work on airplane mode. If on airplane mode you have windows popping saying no, I cannot work because you aren't in airplane mode, or that sort of thing, that kind of bugs me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want nothing else than the entities interact. I want interaction. Yeah. I want communication with entities, not somebody with a keyboard somewhere or a recording playing. So
exactly. Yeah.
So not next week, but the week afterwards. So that's about it. That's kind of the show that I wanted to do. Introduce the viewers to the place that we are gonna go, and just tell them that those places are so underrated.
Yeah. 100%, man.
We've been to places. Hey, Tommy. No problem, man. Welcome. I had to switch because I had some problem with Streamlabs again. Yeah. And just York's Readout. You went there after we went there 4 or 5 times after, about.
Yeah. So I'm actually surprised Creepy Canada didn't go there. Maybe no one claimed anything like 20 something years ago, but I swear to God, if you were to go up at any time, you'll feel something. It's genuinely really weird, man. That place is
just Dead Man's Island.
that too, yeah.
That old video that I was watching this afternoon, that was, that's old, but that's another underrated spot.
Dude, that spot got me tripping. We set up a tent there, and even just Chelsea being in the tent and me being like 10 feet away alone was scary enough. Like the energy levels that Halifax has, Dartmouth, even Cape Breton, it's unbelievably active.
Well, Cape Breton was like the landing kind of spot. It's where Fort Louis is. So, but all that island was the entryway to Canada.
Exactly. You have the French, the Europeans all finding coal there. They wanted to settle. You have a lot of European people coming from there to here. Not only that, like, this is where Canada started, right? From Nova Scotia, and you said that it went west from here. And it's just so underrated, man. I just feel like people need to come here and help document it too.
And that's why we want to bring you those places. And that's why I wanted to do that show tonight, because I'm pretty sure that people saw those videos, but they didn't really realize that those places are right there. You can go and investigate those places. And I want you guys, I want people from all around the US, from even you guys from the UK, when you're going to watch this, I want you guys to come here and say, hey, I want to investigate that place.
Absolutely, man.
Like to come to York's Readout, like say, I want to spend a night in the tunnel like Lomar and Chelsea did. I want to camp out in Dead Man's Forest. I want to try it.
Yeah.
We want you guys to come here, and we want you guys to experience the energy, all that history that Canada has to offer.
Yeah, it needs to be done, man, and it's surprisingly very active. No one wants to come to Canada or Nova Scotia, but I'll do what I can to document it for YouTube. So if no one's gonna come, me and you will document everything, right?
Exactly. And even though I know that probably one of these days, probably Angelo and Frank is going to say, whoa, that place is active. I'm going to go there. Hello, Sheldus. Sheldus just came in. And I'm pretty sure that Angelo is going to say, holy smokes, those guys.
Yeah, I know Angela would come down. It's hard sometimes for Americans. I don't blame them for not wanting to come. It's hard sometimes. There's more stuff in the States, to be honest, and it's easier to do them. But if you can do Canadian spots, they're just as good. They're, just as active. It's haunted.
In my opinion, I think the American spots are more advertised than our. And if we welcome some guys like Tommy amongst the Tombstones, other great American creators that want to come, and I'm pretty sure that even people from Ontario, I'm thinking about Cassie from Whipping Willow. I'm thinking about the girls from Paranormal XP. I'm thinking about other creators that want to come in your neck of the woods.
Yeah,
come and try it out. You're gonna find out that place is active. It's the old island.
Oh yeah, man. It's crazy. The basins there are haunted. Like stores now that are made that are just on the side of the road are haunted. It's because of the land, right? The land is the biggest thing. Forests down here.
There's stories that probably there were people in Nova Scotia before the explorers that we know about.
Yeah.
We will probably know about that story pretty soon.
Yeah.
And Nova Scotia was founded on war and battles. They were fighting for their land always. If it was not the Mi'kmaq before the explorers came, when the explorers came, well, they had that they wanted to take the land by force.
Yeah.
And when the British took the land from the French, well, they were war again. And sometimes I think that people don't see that, well, Canada was a fighting ground for a long time.
Yeah.
So
that's why there's so many bunkers and battle forts just along the coast. It's surprisingly, like, there's a lot.
Yeah. And I'm jumping from a thing to another. The hotel where we're gonna stay and where you investigated, there is a urban legend saying that Stephen King would have stayed on that floor. You've rented the whole floor, and you've written. Well, it got inspired.
Yeah.
By the corridors.
Well, there's so many people that commented, and they were actually giving me crap about it. I don't care, but like they said, it wasn't that hotel; it was the one in Banff. Apparently, the Stanley Hotel is where he got the true inspiration. But like, I don't know. Like, I'm not. It's cool if he did come to the Algonquin, right?
Yeah. Oh, Shay, how are you, man? And welcome for dropping by. And we're showing tonight some places we're gonna go investigate. An old courthouse that dates back to 1840, and an old jail that dates back to 1832. and an hotel room that is supposed to be haunted by a bride. So
Yeah.
some spooky content coming in. So thank you for dropping by. Thank you for being here. And yeah, from jumping from one thing to another. But it's kind of cool because when you look at those corridors, you cannot freaking it's too freaking similar that in The Shining.
Yeah.
And well, Stephen King, he lives in Maine.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know
And-
that, but it's weird because so many of the staff from that hotel have mentioned that. So I don't know if like which hotel truly it was. I haven't even seen the inside of the Stanley. So I have no idea.
I would believe that I would believe that he would have gone there because coming from Maine or living
Makes
in
more
Maine,
sense.
it's St. Andrews is right on the border.
Yeah. No, exactly. Exactly.
And when you see how the hotel looks, it looks practically like freaking the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah.
Not exactly, but practically like the
Very
Stanley
similar.
Hotel.
Yeah. Resembles it to a T.
And you have to keep in mind that sometimes authors will go to many places to imagine one place.
Yeah.
They will take multiple places and they will like kind of make a make believe kind of place.
Yeah.
How we can say.
Yeah, no, I know what you're trying to say. It's yeah. Yeah, it's a phenomenal place, man. It's
Yeah. So that's where we are going this weekend. And many other great investigations coming and great freaking live streams because I'm trying to have the guys from the New Reality Paranormal on the show, and I will probably have them on the StreamYard instead of the Streamlab. But I will write them an email and ask them kindly, and they just they told me write me an email, and so so next week
that's
probably
cool.
them. I will check, but in 2 weeks I will have the creator of Spirit Talker coming in and showing us how his app is working. So,
Really. It's gonna be
Lomar, thank you, my brother. It's
no worries, man.
always a pleasure to have you here. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. You have so much knowledge. You went to so much great places, and you making me discover those great places. And it's an honor for me because I might say that Lomar, well, graciously invited me to St. Andrews, and I accepted. And well, by being there, said, "What the heck? I'll get the hotel on my on my side and come and stay with me in the hotel room." So,
Absolutely. It's gonna be fun, man.
yeah. So for you guys, I will thank you for coming. I'm sorry for the cut in between the beginning of the stream and the end of the stream, but I will get everything sorted out for the next time. So until then, you guys, like I always end it, I'll catch you on the next paranormal adventure. Bye bye.